First of all, I apologize for the frog in my throat, a little bit under the weather. Good morning, esteemed guests, Dean Rajendra Srivastav, Deputy Dean Pradeep Singh, members of the faculty, administration and staff, IKEA families, my partners in crime, the class of 2016, and their family and loved ones. I once again welcome you to the ISB convocation ceremony. A lot can be said about our class, about what we have done this past year. We came here as individuals, but we will leave this place as a unified force. We pushed each other to try harder, to explore new places, to learn new skills, and to cope with the kind of pressure a few of us have ever faced before. As a class, we pulled off the biggest Equinox, the biggest Advaita, and the biggest ISB Leadership Summit to date. We will also leave behind a stronger ISB brand for future classes. But I don't want to dwell on the laurels of this past year. All of that is already on Facebook and social media. Besides, the journey for the class of 2016 has barely begun. What I really want to talk to you about is what lies ahead of us. I want to address a thought that is percolating in our heads, the thought that challenges us, the thought that scares us, the thought that makes us question whether we are contributing to a greater good, or if it's even possible to do so. We are at a time in human history where information is literally at our fingertips, communication is accessible to all of us, and we have the means to make a difference. Our education at ISB, both inside and outside the classroom, has just strengthened the notion of our duty to each other and our duty to society. As managers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders, we can fight for equality for all, like never before. The entrepreneurs within us will create jobs, and they'll create opportunities for those who have lacked them. The managers amongst us will lead corporate giants, not just for profits, but to use their resources for society's betterment. The path to equality is not easy. We cannot be blinded by jingoism, but we also cannot be jaded by fatalism. We must actively admit our society's shortcomings and fearlessly combat them. Equality among genders, equality amongst people of varying orientations, and the fight against discrimination in various forms will become the framework for our decision-making process. The spirit of equality is already embedded in our DNA and has only been strengthened in the free, progressive-minded space like ISB. Just look around you. The strength of this place is in the diversity here. But action requires honest investment of time and energy. In the past year, students at ISB undertook a social mentoring project in rural Haryana to promote the access of education and healthcare to female children. To mark Independence Day, every student at ISB celebrated Bandhan, a day where we interacted with underprivileged children who live in our own very communities. During the ISB Leadership Summit, corporate leaders, policymakers, and astute audience members talked about the importance of making India's growth and prosperity accessible to all of its citizens. We already have lit the candle on equality. It is now on our conscience to make sure the flame never goes out. This means that each of us will have to make a conscious effort to check whether we are contributing or not, whether we are giving back to society or not. Guys, we are not just a CTC package when we leave ISB. We cannot let ourselves be judged by that factor alone. Volunteer. We must volunteer our time, our minds, and the integrity of our cause. And when we see that our actions have moved the needle even this much, then we must volunteer some more. Evaluate your actions. Be critical of what you see around you. Identify the areas where you can bring to fore your skills, your strengths, and your experience to make a difference. When you are faced with the stark realities of life just outside these four walls, don't despair. You are not the person you were before ISB. Now you're a leader who's just a phone call away from 250 supporters who are sitting right next to you. We have been given the tools to make a difference by ISB. We just have to seize them. With the blessing of our parents, the guidance of our faculty, and the unending support of ISB's numerous staff members, we the students have accomplished a lot this year. But have we ever seen our parents, our faculty members, or the visionaries at ISB stop to take a rest? No, we haven't. Because it's their continuous drive that has made our success possible. So I request you that let us pay tribute to their example by pledging our futures to a dream of a world that stands for equality. Stand Up 2016, stand up for a better world, a world created by your actions. Thank you.